here, 1v1 Green Tooth Gorge. Blue side is PaperBaG as a Warboss. Melee commander, bashes through cover, good at disruption early on and can support his boys with buffs. Red side we have VindicareX as a Chaos Lord, tanky commander, immune to suppression and bashes through cover. Also starts off with a self-heal ability. 3 VPs as always, running east to west on this map. East is natural for VindicareX. West is natural for PaperBaG, and one in the center here. Buildings covering the VPs on both sides. Double shooters for PaperBaG, light ranged infantry. The usual opening for Ork players. VindicareX goes for a Chaos Space Marine squad, heavy ranged infantry. Will have the better of a shooter boy squad 1v1, especially if it closes for melee. Heretics capping the east side, start off as a melee unit. Another Chaos Space Marine squad on the way for VindicareX. Warboss takes the west side. Chain axe and shooter by default for the Warboss. Starts off significantly weaker than the Chaos Lord in terms of health. Chaos Lord also has that self-heal ability that he needs to be close to an enemy to use. Warboss though of course has more support abilities and can disrupt pretty well. Shooters losing members in retreat, that was a doom blast by the Heretics. Chaos Space Marines taking the center then for a 2-to-1 cap for VindicareX. Warboss decapping this power node. Sluggers in melee with Chaos Space Marines, which might wipe here. Now in retreat, just about get away. 115 HP. Chaos Lord decapping this wreck point. Commanders used as capping tools so far. Warboss retreats. Sluggers getting meleeed by Chaos Space Marines in retreat. So a lot of reinforcing for VindicareX to do here. Storm Boys on the way for PaperBaG. Noise Marines on the way for VindicareX. Don't see Noise Marines that often in tier 1. Shooter Boys unable to cap. Storm Boys on the field, jump infantry that have power weapons, so they're going to do a lot of damage in melee to Chaos Space Marines. Can also close the distance quickly obviously with their jump. Heretics capping power. 2-to-1 cap for Vindicare as he takes back his natural. Chaos Space Marines back to full strength. Chaos Lord has spotted the Storm Boys now, going into melee with shooters. Storm Boys jumping, heading off these Chaos Space Marines who go for the building. Saw the damage they took there. Shooters in melee with the Chaos Lord, not where they want to be. We have Heretics and Noise Marines coming to the west VP. Might have a triple cap. Warboss now in melee with Chaos Space Marines. Noise Marines doing tons of damage to those sluggers with Heretic support. Here is Corn Worship boosting the speed of these Noise Marines. They're going to bash power now. Noise Marines with their Sound Blasters, of course, disable ranged weapons. Also fantastic at taking out structures, much like Flamers are. Do AoE damage also like Flamers. Chaos Lord in retreat there. 2 generators go down for VindicareX. Already 2 up for PaperBaG. Is losing the power point though. Warboss might be able to wipe these Heretics. No, had one on a sync kill. They get away with 2 members. Noise Marines get away with 2 members, do they? Warboss might be able to turn and engage and take out another. PaperBaG doesn't really have a garrison counter here. Getting burners on these sluggers though, which will be able to burn out these Chaos Space Marines. VindicareX spots it. Burners also give these sluggers a couple of power weapons. So great against the heavy infantry armor. There's a stomp. Doesn't do anything. No war gear for either commander. Early lead for VindicareX. A generator goes down thanks to Stormboys. Down to 4 members. Get away. Node being rebuilt by a PaperBaG. Cap center with Warboss now going to decap this power. Map control here for PaperBaG, then VindicareX uses Corn Worship to rush out of base. Noise Marines and Chaos Space Marines to engage the Warboss. Cacophony used to constantly disrupt and disable the Warboss pretty much. He is forced to retreat, didn't manage to decap. Chaos Lord capping this wreck point, very annoying. Map is suddenly very even again, slight advantage for PaperBaG. 4-3-6 plays 4-6-8. Looks like both players are content with their tier 1 armies, saving up for tier 2. Maybe a quick Death Dread for PaperBaG, or perhaps a quick Blood Crusher for VindicareX, we'll see. Chaos Lord is forced off by double shooter boys with big shooters. VindicareX massing on this west side against these Storm Boys who jump in. Against Chaos Space Marines, use your choppers used, boosting their melee damage and melee skill. Chaos Space Marines retreat very quickly. Don't think they're going to be able to take out a member here. Sluggers in melee with a generator should be using their flamers instead. 2-to-1 cap for PaperBaG, might be a triple cap in fact. Burners just can't take out that generator. Chaos Lord ties them up in melee in time. Triple cap for PaperBaG, he goes tier 2. VindicareX went tier 2 first. These double big shooters and burners and Storm Boys costing quite a lot of power for PaperBaG. Don't see any commander war gear queued up. The Chaos Lord very close to leveling. Chaos Space Marines trying to melee these shooters. These shooters are disabled. Gonna have 2 Chaos Space Marines meleeing them in retreat. Quite lucky to get away there. 2 members remain. They decap. 4-3-6 plays 3-8-1 Storm Boys in retreat with 4 members. Once they get their knob leader, they're going to be pretty dangerous to Chaos Space Marines. Noise Marines taking care of this node. VindicareX hits tier 2. Had nothing queued up. Almost has enough for a Blood Crusher. Storm Boys being reinforced. Chaos Space Marines taking center. Natural is back in VindicareX. Here come the commanders meeting in melee combat. Chaos Lord will win that fight by virtue of his health, I think, and his kill of the week there, as you saw, healing him up. Warboss down to half HP, not sure what PaperBaG is trying to do. Just going to lose more health than the Chaos Lord. Retreats. Here are Chaos Space Marines to melee on retreat. No, this is it. Noise Marines forced off without loss. So are Heretics. Hasn't really used the Heretics in combat much. Storm Boys jumping in to finish off these generators. They have their knob leader, so they're a pretty fearsome melee unit now. Also stun when they jump in, taking out this node. Blood Letters hit the field for VindicareX. Very high damage melee unit that can teleport. War Truck hits the field for PaperBaG. Always a great choice in 1v1, allowing sluggers to get around the map quickly. The generators are completely wiped, are they? They are. Storm Boys now need to get the hell out of there in melee with Bloodletters and Heretics. Staying in the fight here, now retreats. Bloodletters might be able to get some more losses if their teleport is off cooldown. Looks like they're just going to chase. Triple cap now for VindicareX. War Truck pinning these Chaos Space Marines in a building. Sluggers have their Nob leader, so they're pretty tasty in melee themselves, burning these Chaos Space Marines out of here. He's going to get out and try and retreat through the Sluggers. Sluggers don't switch back to melee in time. Take out one member, but that's it. Here comes VindicareX in force. Use your choppers on these Sluggers. There's Cacophony, which will mean they can't attack at all. Knocking back everything though, that ability. Bloodletters in melee with Sluggers. Sluggers doing some pretty nice damage, trying to wipe out these heretics. Bloodletters perhaps should have gone after the war truck. It's sitting there, allowing these Sluggers to constantly reinforce. Noise Marines retreat, might get hit on retreat here. Chaos Lord died. Did not see how that happened. I assume the Warboss with his Power Claw did it. Also has his boss pole, making him pretty tough. Up to 946 health without an armor upgrade at level 1. Chaos Space Marines force off the Warboss, but not before he capped 321, plays 344. Bloodletters are teleporting in here. This Shooter Boy squad needs to run and get away without a model loss. Pretty lucky for PaperBaG. Shooters taking center. Chaos Space Marines decapping. PaperBaG's natural will go for the cap, I assume. Sluggers back at base, healing up, back to full strength with their Nob leader. Noise Marines take out the node and recap this semi-natural power point there. Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War. You can see the markings around their weapons there. No aspiring champions for either of the Chaos Space Marine squads. They try to cap. Shooters are in heavy cover though with big shooters and take out a model. Desperately trying to decap this point and does so. Should retreat now surely. Just going to lose more models before he caps. Does retreat. Here comes the war truck and Sluggers catching Bloodletters in retreat, who are already down to 3 members. Don't take out another though. Warboss caps. Mighty Power Claw would have made short work of the Chaos Lord. Don't see any war gear weapon upgrade for him. Plague Marines on the way for VindicareX will really hurt that war truck. Tier 3 for PaperBaG. Sluggers catching heretics in retreat. The war truck's such a fantastic tool in 1v1. Can constantly catch cappers in retreat. Shooter Boys now losing members to Chaos Space Marines. You see they're not facing the right way, so they won't fire automatically. They are forced off with 2 members. Here comes the Warboss. His stomp misses. Bloodletters use phase shift, warp shift, or whatever it's called. Makes them avoid combat. Missile hitting the Warboss dead on there from the Plague Marines. Very tough anti-vehicle unit. Warboss in a bit of trouble, in retreat, knocked back against Bloodletters, is going to die and does. Chaos Space Marines capping center. Tier 3, PaperBaG is hitting it now. Quite a lot of resources, very close to getting Nobs on the field. Storm Boys jumping in, still have their Nob leader. War truck taking hits from the Plague Marines, which snare vehicles their missiles. Bloodletters also chasing. Sluggers come out to defend the war truck. There is warp shift again, allowing them to get into range. They can't attack until it wears off though, and the war truck gets away. PaperBaG spotting that the Bloodletters couldn't attack and showed rear armor to get away quicker. Bloodletters now under Khorne worship, boosting health regeneration, energy regeneration and speed since it's Khorne. Here come Nobs for PaperBaG, which will be a big problem for VindicareX. See quite a strong melee army here. Fully upgraded Sluggers, fully upgraded Storm Boys and Nobs with War Truck support. War Truck needs to be repaired though. 2-to-1 cap for VindicareX, taking back this rec point too. Still no aspiring champions. Chaos Lord has been repurchased. No War Giver him, level 2. Warboss still level 1. Bloodletter's decapping. Shooter boys shooting at these Plague Marines, which they're just slugging off in heavy cover there. Look at the insane health regeneration they have. Warboss joining in and they back away. Horn Worship allowing them to kite away a bit faster. Still a 2-to-1 cap. Storm boys scaring off Chaos Space Marines, sorry. They lose one member. Blastmaster Noise Marines set up in a very nice position. They're going to be caught by Storm boys, are they? I don't think PaperBaG has noticed them. Busy microing here. Knobs get out of the War Truck in melee with Bloodletters. Very bad news. Sluggers helping them out. War Truck goes down. Bloodletters use their warp shift to get away. Storm boys are idle. Could be wailing on those Noise Marines. Warboss in melee with Heretics. They get away with 3 members. Bloodletters get away with 3 members. A lot of reinforcing for VindicareX to do. Now has to find a way to deal with Knobs. Blastmaster Noise Marines got in the building in time. Here come Chaos Space Marines again. Sluggers coming to burn out these Blastmasters, I think. Chaos Space Marines not helping. There's a Blastmaster hit. Swampum used on these Sluggers, reducing range damage they take. Bloodletter's caught in to save them. There's a Blastmaster hit on retreat, which won't knock them back. Knobs take the center. 2-0 cap for PaperBaG. Triple cap for PaperBaG. Warboss took the east side. Chaos Space Marines in this building. Shooters can't really do anything to them. The Warboss has his heavy armor. He is fearsome now. Almost 2000 HP at level 2 with the boss pole and that heavy armor. He's going after the Chaos Lord, who has his Demon Maul, Blood Maul even. You saw the huge ability there, knocking back the Warboss miles. There's Killed a Weak. Now in melee with Knobs though. I think he's in retreat. Lost the indicator for him. Yeah, he is. Knobs going right into base. No. Knobs now in retreat. Might lose members to these Bloodletters. No. Bloodletters teleported back to base. 2-0 cap for VindicareX. Orks died here. Not sure what. I assume the Blastmaster did it. Plague Marines need reinforcements, which are not cheap. Havoc's on the way, trying to suppress those Knobs. Need to be careful though, could just get jumped by Storm Boys. Has Bloodletters to protect them though. Blastmaster's getting this building, covering the VP. Gonna get burned out by burners. Down goes one member. Here come Heretics to defend. There's a Doom Blast. Blastmaster Gibbs a bunch of Sluggers. They stay in the fight. Leveled up to level 4. Heretics almost wiped. There's another hit. These Sluggers might die here. Getting chased by Blood Crushers. Ard Boys used on them. Only the Knob remains. It's going to get a hit from the Chaos Lord and goes down. Ard Boys wasted then in the end. Didn't survive. 2-1 cap for VindicareX. Here comes a looted tank. PaperBaG looking a bit thin now. He's lost his War Truck and Sluggers. VindicareX has done well to preserve his squads in the face of Knobs and a powerful Warboss. He's now level 2, very nearly level 3. Looks like he's going to mass on the center. No, going east. Perhaps he knows the Blastmaster will be set up in the center. Havocs are out. Don't think PaperBaG has seen them yet. Here they are setting up. Under Corn Worship. Storm Boys jumping in, stunning them since they have their leader. Havoc's losing members already. Good positioning of the Heretics there. They could Doom Blast and protect the Havoc's. Huge engagement. Warboss in melee with Bloodletters. Knobs in there too. Knobs are losing members. They level up though. 2-2. Cool, the boys used was that. Bloodletters are shifted. Storm boys. I think that was a blood sacrifice squad of bloodletters in there. 210 plays 143. Squad's leveling up all over the place. Shooter boys level 3 now. Storm boys level 4. Getting back there. Knob leader. VindicareX stacked at base. VindicareX calling GG. Chaos Lord died. Havoc suppressing this Warboss and he needs to retreat. Chaos Space Marines can cap the east. Here's the looted tank. Battle tank for Orks has its reinforced plating. Havoc's almost wiped. VindicareX concedes. Great play by a PaperBaG using the globals to his advantage. VindicareX not too happy with the state of Ork globals, it seems, especially for the Warboss. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.